viewers, welcome back. So I did manage to find service information. It's surprising what Google can dig up, and it does give me some valve lash specs. So we're going to go ahead and set that valve lash, and then we're going to go ahead and install these valve covers onto this engine. So you shouldn't have to adjust anything, but it's definitely worth your time just to do a cursory check as far as that's concerned. So all we're going to do is we're going to look at the keyway in the crankshaft, either that side or this side. We're going to line it up so that it's facing perfectly toward like the middle of, where the magneto is at. And then your camshaft lobe should be pointing straight up and down. And that means that cylinder, as you can hear, is at top dead center of the compression stroke. In other words, it's when the spark plug is pretty much going to fire. Not exactly, but pretty close. Basically, that's when you want to check your valve lash. Okay, so specs are 4 thousandths on the intake valve and 6 thousandths, exactly the same as your GCV series. Wow, these are a little worn, so I struggle to read these. So here's 4 thousandths, and that is plus or minus 2 thousandths. So 4 to 6 and 6 to 8, or above and below such. So whatever, I have a 4 thousandths feeler gauge for the intake, and I can see with a 4 thousandths in there that is just a skosh bit loose. So all I'm going to do, if you do have to adjust this, bring your engine up to me, because we got too many rocker arms getting stripped out here by kids not comprehending this very, very simple process, unfortunately. So there we go. I got just an ever so slight amount of bitage on that 4, and I have that correctly set. Let's go to 6 on the, hang on, here's 6 thou on the exhaust, and I can see that's just a smidge bit too tight. So I'm gonna loosen, and then I'm gonna take my little digits here, pull that out, and we're just gonna slide her up in, tighten the outer part with our fingers, and then the jam nut down like such. Okay, so now, oh, I can feel that. Feels good, 0 lash whatsoever, and I can still feel a tiny little bit. We'll do the exact same thing for the other jug, except we're gonna rotate the crankshaft just a tiny, tiny little bit. Okay, our next step is simply gonna be get the RTV ready. Now that our valve lash is done, make absolutely sure you get your instructor check on that, and unfortunately have me tighten that down. It's like I said, too many rocker arms, and they ain't exactly cheap. So anyway, we are going to wipe this down with wax and grease remover. Just the same stuff, basically mineral spirits that I use for paint. And we'll do the exact same thing on the other jug at the exact same time. So when you bring this engine up, I can do the RTV treatment on both at the same time, conveniently. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to take our clean, make sure you've got signatures for those, valve covers, and we're just going to gently place them into that vat of RTV that we have laid gracefully upon the motor. All right, the instructions say to assemble immediately. So we're going to gently thread in the valve cover bolts most of the way, and we're not going to tighten anything until we're finished installing all of the bolts. We'll do the exact same thing for this jug. Just start everything by hand. Easy peasy. Very nice. All right, folks, well, there you got it. That is your valve covers installed, your valve lash set. Nonetheless, too precise, and I mean precise, factory specs. Remember, there is a 0.02 of an inch tolerance on that. Everything is looking really, 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 really good. I suppose if we wanted, we could put our BPR5, not BPR6, ES spark plug. So the V-twin takes a slightly, I think it's a hotter spark plug as far as that's concerned, or it's the other way around. Really, it is what it is. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.